Hello, D-Rock with You First Outdoors. And today I'm back at Cougar Cliffs for some more training as I continue on my path of ascension. So my project today is to rappel double rope, but stop mid-rappel and have to ascend the rope. Why would I be doing this? Well, there's reasons. Recently I was in a canyon and we were double rope going down, and it was steep, probably 100 feet or so, and it was kind of slopey, and then it dropped, and we couldn't tell if the rope had touched the bottom. So in order to do that, someone had to go down the rope a bit and have a look to get to that ledge. While you're doing that, you're on rappel, and if the rope is not on the bottom, you're going to have to come back up. Having to come back up double rope presents its own problems versus single strand, because my ascenders, of course, won't work on double rope because it has to be clipped in to one rope. So without going into more details and asking more questions like why didn't I do it this way or that way or this way, I'm just going to focus on ascending a double rope. So I want to leave it at that, and I need to say this is my own training. So yeah, let's have a look, see what happens. So my plan is to go down double rope with a pack on like I would a normal rappel, and I'm going to use an auto block. A lot of times on larger rappels I'll use an auto block, whether it's single strand or double strand, and if I'm going first on the rappel, that way I have some type of backup if I were to lose control. And there's pros and cons with an auto block. I use a VT Prusiks, which goes on top, and you can get that stuck on a sheer ledge, so you have to exercise some caution when using the auto block. However, what I'm thinking is with the auto block, I can use that to stop mid rappel, then tie in with the rope and get hands free and work from there. So that's my thinking, and I'm going to demonstrate it and see how this goes. Now, if you're going to be the first person down a rappel in a canyon, it's a good idea to have all your ascending equipment on you, ready to go before you get down that rope, instead of having to lock off and take a pack off and dig through it while you're hanging there. So have all your stuff on you, easy to reach before you begin. At least that's how I like to work. All right, so the idea is to get down the rappel, have to stop, and have to come back up double rope. And my solution to that is the VT Prusiks. So I'm going to use two of these. I'm going to start with one as an auto block and go from there, and I'm going to tie a Swabish knot, and I'm going to use those to go back up the double strand. So we'll see what happens. Pack on. If you've ever ascended with a pack on, that presents a whole new challenge. Whole lot of fun when you got a bunch of weight on your back pulling you back. Okay, I've got my VT Prusiks as an auto block. How you need to determine how many wraps by the diameter of the rope. This rope here is a 9/2. You may need more wraps for a smaller diameter rope. Actually, you'll definitely need more wraps. And kind of want to get this, maybe one more. Stretch that out. You can move that up the rope, so maybe I'll stick with that and just work on a foot. I'm on rope, and I'm going to head down. Now this is where you need to watch auto blocks. It's going over a ledge, so you don't put your weight on it and get stuck. This is a little loose, but it should be fine once you stretch it out. Okie dokie. So that's holding me. Now, of course, I'm not going to do this 30 feet up. I'm going to come kind of close to the deck and stop. That looks good. All right, so first I want to become hands-free, so let me get a wrap on the leg here. All right, I got 3 wraps there. Okay, I'm sitting on the rope. I want to get the pack off me. That's just killing me right now. And I'm going to take the pack and I'm going to hang it. I'm going to reach up behind me, get that clipped into my pack, get that off. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Now I've got that hanging off my harness, so the weight's off my shoulders, pulling me back. Now I can kind of relax for a second and go to the next step. All right, I'm secure with my leg and I've got the auto block on, so I'm reasonably safe. I'm going to undo some Prusiks here. There we go. Just tied that to give me some extra backup. So I need to get my top VT up here for my arm, and then I need to turn this into a foot loop. So this is going to be interesting. All right, I'm gonna get my top up here. I'm gonna do a swabish, so I'm gonna go in 1, 2, 3. There we go. Clean that up. I can maybe do one more wrap. Okay, I've got that tied, so I'm gonna get my top in there. All right, so my weight is off of this one here, so I can release. I'm now on 2 points of contact with the rope, so if this were to fail, I'm still safe. This would catch me, I presume. So I'm going to come off this here, undo the VT Prusik. Actually, I probably could keep that on. All right, I'm going to tie another swabish here. 1, 3. This one's going to be my leg loop, or my foot loop. So I'm going to try the daisy chain because I measured it out, and from my waist to my feet it seemed to work out pretty good. So let's get that in there. Now I can step into that. Now I'm going to take this sling, girth hitch it through my belay loop as such, and attach that to my leg loop as well, so I'm safetied in. Okay. Put this around the old foot there. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Alright, I'm gonna release this. Let's see if I can get off this device. All my weight is now on these two. Let's see here. Okay. I am off the rappel device. Get out of the way. Okay. So let me move this up to where I can step up. There. Okay. Now my weight's on this one, and I can release this Prusiks knot. That looks like it's holding too. Okay. All right. That's done. There. Okay, so pack's hanging. I should be able to move up this. There's one. Okay. There's two. Okay, I had to adjust a foot loop there. Step up a little more. All right, well. One foot at a time, literally. Good news is that it's working, and it's definitely some work. I'd say it's strenuous. Okay. I'm getting my groove now. But getting up the double rope. Well, I've come up. Whew. This is pretty rough, man. The pack is definitely serious business. I don't even have that much stuff in it, but it's definitely making this difficult exercise already even worse. So make sure your rope's at the bottom before you go over the edge so you don't have to do this. That's my advice at this point to myself. Oh Lord. Well, I only got maybe 10 more feet to go, and I'd hate to do this on a 100-footer. Oh yeah. Well, the cool thing is I actually I want to climb this route, so I'm seeing where some pretty cool handholds are. Nice bomber right there. Right on. Whoa, slow going. Wow. It's gonna be fun. Well, see, one problem I did was I tied this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be 4. That's making it incredibly hard to get this up. I'm gonna retie this to 4 because it's killing me trying to get up this thing. All right, so before I attempt to do that, I'm gonna make sure I have 2 points of contact on this rope. So I'm gonna tie another Prusik and safety in with that. And when you're doing these, you always want to make sure that knot is offset, so you don't want to rely on the knot. Okay, my weight's on this upper one. I now have a backup here in case this were to fail. I'd catch here, and I'm gonna release my foot here and deal with this. So I'm just going to take one out and even clean that up a little bit. There. Now it's back to 4. Okay, I'm going to reattach my foot loop there. Okay. That looks good, like it's going to hold. And I'm going to get out of this Prusik here. Yeah, so I still have 2 points of contact on the rope. I'm taking that off. I'm just going to sling this over me. Okay, let's see if this made a difference. Oh. Oh, I got 5 on that one too. Yes, that's what the problem is. Don't need 5 on a double rope. Oh, that's infinitely better. Infinitely better. Okay. Oh, much better with 4 than 5 on a double. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna bother taking this off. I'm gonna have to work it on up. Well, it still ain't easy, that's for sure. Oh, okay. Stupid ledges like that are a pain to deal with. Well, the answer to getting over these ledges when you press down is to get another longer piece of rope tied into a Prusik and just attach it to the top and just kind of leapfrog it. Man, I would call this challenging. Oh man, almost to the edge though. There. Still have contact on the rope. Till I'm over this. Oh. Oh. Whew. Man. That was a trip. Okay, so a big problem was I had tied or wrapped 5 wraps around this double rope, and that was way too much. This rope is 9.2 and the Blue Water VT Prusiks is 8mm, so I definitely would stick with 4 wraps. I should have done that in the beginning, but I wasn't sure. You just have to try it and learn from experience. Yeah, that definitely was work getting it up. When I switched to the 4 wrap, it definitely went up easier. So lesson learned on that one. All right, so I keep a pair of the Blue Water VT Prusiks on my harness. This one's getting pretty used, but invaluable tools for sure. And it definitely worked transitioning from the rappel to ascending. Perhaps wasn't textbook, and it perhaps wasn't pretty, but it worked, and I felt that it was reasonably safe. So I think that'll work. The biggest problem I had was that backpack down there swinging, and it just screwed up the whole momentum of it all. And I didn't have much weight in the pack. I packed pretty heavy, so I can imagine a full pack how much more intense the ascent will be. I'm having a rest. That whipped my butt. Whew, man. All right, one thing I wish I would have had was another Prusik tied that was double the length. So I'm definitely going to add that to the harness, and the hopeful slight chance that I ever have to do that in the wild. This was a somewhat controlled environment. Yeah. It wasn't pleasant. Well, the path of ascension continues. What's next? I don't know, but I'm sure I'll find something. As always, stay safe out there. Appreciate you watching. See you next time. D-Rock out.